Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. Well, we just had a little girl on the show, and she got a little shy, but that's understandable. Well, little girls get shy because she hasn't met me before, so doesn't know who I am. But anyway, she was lovely. And now I have Doc.
Yes.
I have the Doc. He likes to be known as the Doc.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, darling. It's
How
so
are
good
you?
to see
How
you.
Are you?
I always say I see
Now
you on
look,
the red carpet and
but
we
look
pass.
at you. You got the leather trousers on.
Well,
You got the
yeah.
waistcoat. You're very colourful. You got what's
Thank
this?
you. Well, this is the latest kind of accessories for men, which are these beautiful little feathers.
Oh, right, for
Yeah,
men.
it's the hot new thing
You do
for
nothing
guys.
like having a brooch. I call it a brooch because I'm still old-fashioned. But you call it an accessory.
Yes,
I like
it's
that.
accessory.
So you've got an
and
accessory, you've got the matching tie, a bow tie, and this whole thing. Now, you're very famous out there in doing something different.
right.
Now, what got you into performing, and what exactly do you perform? What exactly do you do? Because you're in a lot of movies.
I am.
You've been on the Jay Leno show. You've done all sorts of wonderful things.
I have, yeah. And I was a child star. So I'm looking at that little girl and saying, "There, by the grace of God, go I." I remember those. But
So you used to as a child star.
I did. Like when I was 6 years old, I was
Yes.
on a show called The Pinky Lee Show. Was my
Pinky
first.
Lee Show. I
Hello,
love
hee
it.
hee. My name is Pinky Lee.
And you were how old? 5?
6.
6 years
And
old.
and
Oh,
made
my
appearances on Mickey Mouse Club, on Sky King, Tarzan,
Okay.
Annie Oakley. So I was really out there, and I got to work with people like Betty Davis, Barbara Stanwyck.
Oh,
I
how
got directed by
incredible.
Hitchcock. And so I figured out the other day, I think this is 60 years in show business. Can you
60
imagine?
years in show business. He's just given his age away, so he's 66, right?
I'm just glad to have a pulse, actually, at this age.
Glad to have a pulse.
But, I'm
Now,
still...
did you have a period, because this
Yeah.
happens to a lot of young actors,
Right.
that when they're a child star,
Right.
and then they move into the movies, but they've got that period where nobody kind of wants them because
Oh,
they've
God.
done the child star thing.
I wore out
It's a
my
very-
shoes walking on Hollywood Boulevard. Hey, you guys, I'm hot. I'm 30. Do you want me? No.
So you did go through that.
I did.
Because I know this happens. You get the child star, you're famous, and they never seem to recognize you as a grown-up person. They say,
That's
"Oh, you
true.
did the child star bit."
And it doesn't matter
Yeah.
how good you look. Like Tony Curtis was my best friend.
Yes.
I made 3 movies with him.
Oh,
I
how
stood up
lovely.
with him when he and Jill got married
Yeah.
here in Vegas.
Yes.
And I moved to Vegas because of Tony. He said, "Let's get the heck out of Hollywood. Let's
Yeah.
move to Vegas." So that's why I came here.
And he was wonderful.
He
I was
was
fortunate to meet him a couple of
fabulous.
times, and I just love the guy.
And
What
the-
a talent.
The
though.
best
Oh,
looking guy on the planet.
Yes.
And he said, "Doc, I turned 30, same thing." I'm like,
Really?
Come on. I'm Tony Curtis.
You should know who I am.
So I thought if it happened to Tony, it could happen to any
So
of
did
us.
you find, as a child star, you got to know a lot of the actors and producers and directors
yeah.
that helped you. They knew who you were.
Oh, yeah.
So therefore that helped you after you went through that period
Amazing.
of people not knowing you.
Well, it was amazing, and Ninon, and like my father
Yeah.
kept saying, "Well, I don't know if this is the best profession for you."
Oh, mothers and fathers always say that. Get out of the profession and do something. Become a
So,
doctor or a lawyer. Or,
I did become a doctor. I went back to college and got my degree, PhD, from London
for
University
you.
in archaeology. So simultaneously, I taught archaeology
Yes.
at the university level during
Yeah.
those periods.
Yes.
And that's why they brought me onto
So
Pawn
how
Stars.
did you
as
get
a-
back into it then?
Well, oddly enough, I thought I'd be teaching till, my last breath.
Till 66 anyway. This is not his last breath though.
And so they discovered me on the History Channel, and they said, "Wow, here's a guy who can get up in front of the camera, one take Doc,
Yes.
and just turn the camera on him, let him run." And so I started doing all the Antiquities appraisals on Antique Roadshow, on Pawn Stars, on Mysteries
how
at the Museum,
wonderful.
and my new spin-off reality show. I'm getting my own show this year.
Okay, well, let them know
so-
what is it. What is it called and what is it?
Oh, I'm not
The
allowed.
Doc.
I'm
It's probably
not,
called The
the
Doc.
Doc. The Doc.
It has to be
Factor.
the Doc.
The
I would
Doc
think
Factor.
so. I mean, hello. You don't have to worry about not knowing what it's going to be about.
Exactly.
About your life, what you're doing now, or about your life history.
It's my life. It's a spin-off from what I do as an antiquities expert.
Okay.
But now, rather than them coming to me in some kind of shop,
Yes.
I'm going to these gorgeous homes where people have the most beautiful treasures in the world.
They
and,
do.
And they may not know they inherited these things, and so
And
you
they
know,
don't even know what they are.
No, and they're asking me like, can you help me? Can you give me the backstory?
wonderful?
And
I
I'm
love
coming
it.
in with 40 years as an archaeologist, on top of being, a tap dancer, a star. I'm on the strip, still performing like
Well,
in
hang on a
Alice.
sec, hang on a sec. What do you mean you're on a strip?
I'm on the
Are
strip.
you stripping on the strip?
No, I'm a tap. I'm tapping and
You
singing.
tapped. Oh, at the Bellagio.
I'm actually at Brooklyn Bowl.
Oh,
And I can do anything Fred Astaire did at my age. I'm still out there doing splits
isn't that
and
wonderful?
tapping. So
You
I,
do the splits?
I do the splits.
I love it. I love it.
I'm like, well, I may fall and I can't get up, but I'm still out there, And I think people, when you look like me and I have this sort of character going on, all I really have to do
Let's
is fall
put it
down.
this way: he's not. He's certainly not lack of energy. I thought I had a lot of energy. He's
no.
beating me out of my energy.
No,
that's
that's not
for
true.
sure.
That's
That's
not. You have a lot of energy. Anyway, you're so gorgeous. All you have to do is just sit there. I have to work for this.
I had to work for this. So, what was it like with Jay Leno?
Oh, great. It's going to be the second season, and
Okay.
it's called Jay Leno's Garage. It's his new show on CNBC.
Okay.
And just fabulous. He is a prince of a man, wonderful to work
seems
with.
like a great guy.
I just love him. And that car collection, 4,000 cars.
He has 4,000.
Oh my God! I mean, the most beautiful
Lucky I
cars.
have one.
I mean, we're talking Bugattis, we're talking Maseratis, Enzo Ferraris. I'm going to lunch. He goes, "I'll pick one out." I'm like, "Really?"
This is what he did as his sort of, his
This
little,
was his big hobby, and now he gets to have a show
Yeah.
about these beautiful cars. So, as an antique appraiser, it was like a kid in a candy store. I'm
Yeah.
like, how much that Bugatti's worth? Isn't that the one Isidore Duncan died in?
So you do that with cars and antiques, obviously.
Antiques and antiquities. I'm actually ancient Egypt, ancient India, ancient
Oh, really?
Greece. Anything
What
from
about
the
Asian? Any of the Asian stuff?
all the Asian.
I've got to get you to come to my house. I have got 2 humongous pictures
I'd love to
of
see
the
'em.
of the prince and
Let's do it.
princess.
Let's do an episode.
I
I've got a new show. Let's do an episode.
But my mum and dad,
Oh, my
I'm going to
God.
brag about mum and dad, were antique dealers. I have an antique little.
Oh, my
I have an antique little
God.
stop at the Antique
I
Mall. I
love
might as well
it.
put it out there. The
I
Antique
love
Mall
it.
on Las Vegas Boulevard.
I love it.
I have a little booth there where. And the reason I have that was because I moved from a bigger house to a smaller house, and I couldn't put them all in there. So
course.
they were going into storage, and I thought, no, let's put them in a booth. So now I'm taking mum and dad, and I'm doing what they did, and so you can have a look.
It's so beautiful. I mean,
My things might be better than I think they are.
on Pawn Stars, I had some guys come in. They had Ming Dynasty porcelains, right? They bought at a yard sale in
Okay.
Vegas for $2.
Wow.
These were millennials that sold it, that their parents never told them what they had, so they sold their $350,000 Ming Dynasty collection for $20.
Can I?
And
Oh no!
I flip it on television. I'm reading Chinese. I'm going, okay, this is Ming
Da.
Dynasty.
Yes.
This has a date. This is the Emperor's seal. How much you pay for this? $2.
$2.
I got them 4,000 with Rick,
Yes.
and they're probably worth 30,000 each. So that's why I'm on the History Channel. I'm trying to save your children from making horrible mistakes.
And what they're just trying to get rid of it all. They're trying to.
yeah.
They don't.
I don't want
you
this
know,
old Chinese
They
stuff.
want all that
I
stuff
want
got
old
rid of.
Chinese. Get rid.
Yes.
So now I'm going to people's homes where they've inherited a lot and saying, let's sit down and take a look at this.
Now, do you know what I've noticed in Vegas? I've noticed that they have an awful lot of these yard sales, and then they have these mansion sales and
Estate
all the
sales.
estate sales.
Yes. Oh
but
my
they
gosh.
but there's a lot. They seem to have a lot of stuff in there. The majority of people don't know what it is.
They don't.
But it seems to be in a lot in Vegas that I think because of the money in Vegas, because there's a lot of money there. I think they may have gone and bought stuff
Yeah.
and brought it back and not really knowing what it's worth, but paid whatever they paid for it. And now the kids have it and they have no idea what it is.
A lot of people retire here.
Yes.
And they come from the East Coast from very large homes, and they'll scale down kind of into a condo here.
Yes.
And gradually they'll let things go. And I think it's why we have some of the best antique shops here anywhere in the world. I
Really?
antique here, and I just go crazy, and all my clothes are pretty much vintage clothing,
So you
And
don't.
so,
That's amazing.
you know-
So what is your next project that you're kind of? I know you're working on a
Well,
reality show.
I don't know if you
You're
will read the review journal, but I am that guy who is
Well,
like
he's lost his page. Don't we all lose our pages?
I'm gracing the Review Journal.
Oh, look at this.
I'm now the face of Medicare and senior health.
Healthy looks good on you.
Oh, well, it's me.
And there he is. Look at this in full swing.
You're going to see me in every...
I love the tartan suit you have on.
Well, thank you.
It's nice and quiet, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. A little more subdued, but...
I'm teasing. I'm teasing. Still loud.
I'm on billboards like 40 feet high, like at fashion shows.
You've got to watch out for
On the
Doc. He's absolutely
215.
amazing.
Oh,
I love it. Hello, he's arrived.
So-
And now he's made his presence on my show, Vegas Live with Ninon. Thank you so much.
I've had a ball.
You're amazing. Thank you
Doc.
very much.
Thank you. It was a
Thank
blast
you.
coming here.
Yeah, there you go.
And hey, everybody, healthy looks good on you.
There you go. I love it. I love it. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.